Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Good morning, everyone. It is right now 8 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on WJCL 22. I'm Emma Hamilton. We're going to get straight to that certified most accurate forecast this morning with our meteorologist, Victoria Kukinos. Victoria, I could not believe when I stepped outside this morning. It basically feels like summer out there.
It does. It's another warm one for today, too. We're starting off already in the 60s right now in Savannah, 67 degrees, which is actually the low for today. As we head towards Jessup, 68, and Albany and Valdosta sitting at 70. So definitely a warm start to the day. As we head through the afternoon hours, highs are back near record high. We hit 90 degrees yesterday in Savannah. That's a similar story as we head towards I-95 for today. Rankin, Pembroke, Hinesville all topping off at 90. Ludowici at 89. Moving inland, they're just near 90 as well. As we head towards the coast for today, a little cooler. Sandbury at 83, Richmond Hill at 89, and here in Savannah we'll top off at 89 as well. It's a great day to cool off towards Hilton Head. 80 degrees for today. Nice beach weather out there. 90 degrees in Ridgeland, and Hampton will be at 89 as well. So once again, these are near record highs for today. We hit a record at 90 yesterday, and a pretty much similar story. Now, as we head through the evening for tonight, the majority of your Saturday will remain dry, but we do have a 20% chance for some isolated showers later on this evening. It won't be a washout. You might need the umbrella for a few minutes, but these showers should pass by quickly. As we go into Sunday, those rain chances do start to increase, drying out towards Monday, and then rain chances ramp up for the work week. Emma?
Victoria, thank you so much. We're following some breaking news from overnight. A fire destroyed one Liberty County home and several cars nearby, leaving one person without a home this morning. Let's show you some video here. This is from the scene at around 1 o'clock this morning. The Liberty County Sheriff's Office says the fire was spreading rapidly at the home on the 500th block of Homestown Road. There was one person home at the time, and they were able to make it out okay, thankfully. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Parts of Abercorn Street were closed following a serious crash yesterday afternoon. This was a scene across from the Savannah Mall. No word yet on how many people were injured or involved in that crash. We, of course, will keep you updated as we continue to learn more. Well, under the new voting law in Georgia, it's now illegal to give food and water to those who are waiting in line to vote. But that's not all. The new law will require people to submit a copy of their ID when submitting an absentee ballot. It also reduces early voting for runoffs and limits the Secretary of State's power over the elections. Political experts say these restrictions are a reminder of the past.
This is Jim Crow 2.0. This is a bill that will disenfranchise thousands of Georgians and is completely unnecessary. It is a political solution to no question that actually was ever needed. So we really need to dig down deep, educate voters on the new ways to vote, and let them know that we need to repeal a lot of these measures altogether.
If you violate the new law, you could face a misdemeanor. Now we want to show you how our local lawmakers voted on this Thursday night. Democratic Senator Lester Jackson was the only no in our area. Republican Senators Ben Watson, Sheila McNeil, Billy Hickman, Blake Tillery, and Max Burns all voted in favor of the bill. Chatham County Democrats are reacting to Senate Bill 202, the new election law. Our Stephen Moody has that report.
This is one of the saddest days in the history of Georgia, where Governor Kemp takes a significant step and writing into law that takes us back to the Jim Crow era.
Jay Jones with the Chatham County Democratic Committee is referring to the signing of Senate Bill 202. Many have called the bill an example of voter suppression. However, the Chatham County GOP says,
well, there's no such thing as voter suppression.
Jones fired back.
When you're the narrator of the law, you can say those kind of comments. You can say those kind of things. And what we have to do, we have to show is the narrator is wrong. We can rewrite those laws when we put the right kind of people who think for the people in those offices.
Meanwhile, residents have taken notice. Carrie Smith is an independent voter who has followed this bill closely.
It's going to disenfranchise some people who work really hard and find it really easy during, early voting to say, I'm just going to pop over here and vote. And it's a trend that they've been doing. Now they have to start thinking about making a plan.
As reactions continue to pour in regarding the bill, more reaction has come in about the arrest of Representative Park Cannon.
Stop arresting her.
Why are you arresting her?
She was arrested outside of the governor's office. Jones says her arrest won't be in vain.
Just as she knocked on the door for of Governor Kemp's door, we're going to knock on all the doors in Georgia, and we're going to make sure everybody shows up to the polls.
Now, in a statement sent to WJCL by the Chatham County Democratic Committee, they tell us that this bill and others like it, Georgia continues to have the worst voter suppression bills in the country. And President Joe Biden is speaking out against the voting law.
It's an atrocity. The idea, if you want any indication that it has nothing to do with fairness, nothing to do with decency, they passed a law saying you can't provide water for people standing in line while they're waiting to vote. You don't need anything else to know that this is nothing but punitive, designed to keep people from voting. You can't provide water for people about to vote. Give me a break.
Governor Kemp reacted to Biden's statement, saying, quote, "It is obvious that neither President Biden nor his handlers have actually read SB 202, which I signed into law yesterday. This bill expands voting access, streamlines vote counting procedures, and ensures election integrity." Former Vice President Mike Pence tweeted yesterday, "Georgia's passage of SB 202 will ensure fairer and more secure elections in the Peach State." Georgia Governor Brian Kemp retweeted his statement, saying, "Proud to stand with Mike Pence in support of election integrity." And as the dust settles on all of this, we wanted to take a moment to show you two photographs that represent the two sides of the coin in this situation. On the left, Governor Kemp as he signed the bill into law Thursday night. And then on the right, Representative Cannon after she knocked on Kemp's office door. A symbolic contrast between the two images taken within minutes of one another. Now to the second Georgia story making national headlines this morning. Right as the bill was being signed, that Georgia representative was arrested for refusing to stop knocking on Governor Kemp's doors.
Are you serious?
No, you are not. Representative.
She's not under arrest.
For what? Under arrest for what?
Again, State Representative Park Cannon was put in handcuffs after protesting against the new law on Thursday night. A lot of people were protesting the move then and have continued to do so on our social media pages. Turning now to those tornadoes across the Deep South, residents in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia are picking up the pieces after nearly 24 twisters touched down. At least 6 people have died and more than 60 homes are damaged. ABC's Elwin Lopez reports from Alabama.
In Alabama, where at least 17 tornadoes touched down, homes flattened.
We know that in Calhoun, authorities say at least 5 people were killed and others were injured. That's just 75 miles north of here. Now here in Pelham, we spoke to one neighbor who says that he walked outside just 15-20 seconds after all of this took place, and this is what he saw.
It sounded like you're in front of a huge fan. I mean, just roaring wind. And then, of course, behind my house, the trees, I could hear those snapping and falling and hitting.
We've been driving throughout this area, and I can tell you that neighbors, volunteers have come out here with chainsaws, rakes. They're trying to clean up all that was left behind, all the debris, and help chop down some of the limbs that damaged some of the properties here.
The only thing I was thinking about was hold on to my dog and close my eyes. And then, you know, at that point, it was all over.
Residents in Georgia cleaning up after a tornado cut through their community. This tree crushing the roof of Randy Jackson's house north of Atlanta and flattening a pickup truck in the driveway.
I had walked in the house and got in the back hallway, and there it was.
In nearby Noonan, at least 1 person killed. Crews checking for damage and working to restore power.
Trees on houses, there were people trapped, and so it was a pretty tough storm. We certainly saw that in Mississippi and Alabama as well.
The severe weather is quieting down, but a new round of storms is expected throughout the weekend, especially for the hard-hit South, including the potential for tornadoes. Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Shelby County.
Here at home, Jeff Davis school officials are investigating a fire on one of its buses. According to the district, a driver reported having troubles with their bus. The students were then evacuated right before the bus caught on fire. Thank goodness. Fire officials were able to put it out and students made it home safely. A construction contract worth more than $71 million has been approved for the new Chatham County Courthouse. Commissioners unanimously awarded the contract to J.E. Dunn Construction yesterday. They'll be tasked with building the new courthouse on the site of the recently demolished Old County Jail. That's on Oglethorpe Avenue, right next to the existing courthouse. Time right now is 8:10 on your Saturday morning, and coming up, Governor Kemp is exploring the option to ease restrictions in Georgia. Up next, we have details on just what restrictions he plans to ease. And why is Georgia ranking the lowest in vaccine distribution? Up next, we have details on what the governor wants to do about it. Victoria.
Coming up, I have a look at your certified most accurate forecast, but first, let's take a live look outside. Here's a live look from our Skyview 22 camera looking at downtown Savannah over the river, and here are the conditions right now for Savannah. A warm start to your day, temperature starting off around 67 degrees. A wind out of the south will keep us on that warm side through the morning. As you head out the door this morning, remember you can download our app for free and the Google Play or Apple App Store. We'll be right back.